Yo, let's find out why New York's Billionaires row is half empty. Let's find. You guys want to find out why New York's Billionaires row is half empty, chat? Yeah, let's find out.
This is Billionaires Row.
Oh,
You've probably seen these buildings on social media.
I haven't.
They're a stretch of homes in New York City that only the world's richest people can afford to live in.
Billionaires Row here in New York City set off a super slender
Why would you want to live up a
illusion.
tower like that?
Today, those towers are an astounding display
Let's
of wealth,
be honest,
prestige.
call a spade a spade. Your take is coming from B1M's, Wood Tier League and Balloons.
Who? What?
And engineering first.
Yeah, the point is that it doesn't matter. Do you know what the point is? Do you know this is the perfect thing? This is the perfect example of the Tyler 1 mech. Vampire Survivors is a great game. It's addictive. It's fun. I've played it for like many, many hours. Yet it's got like 10 pixels. It looks like shit. And that's fundamentally the point. It doesn't matter what shit looks like. It matters like... what it matters is the game fucking fun? Is it good? And, you know, there's some basic things. Some really small things. There's some really small things like when you hit an enemy... Does it feel like you hit them? Like small things like that. And if it does, that feels really good. And it's like hard to, you don't even think that's a thing, right? Like, does the sound effect of the bullet sync up with when it hits? Like, does it, you get like the nice hit sounds? Like these very small things. And if you just hit these really small things, the monkey brain lights up and says, me like. You know, and then you play, and you just sit there and play the game for ages, right? It's but there's things that, like, you know, if you don't hit those marks, it's gonna be dog shit. Doesn't matter how good the graphics of a game are. Shit game's a shit game. Ultimately, you know, a shit game's a shit game. Now, the way I look at it is graphics are a multiplier, but you can't, you know, if you multiply 0 by fucking infinity, it doesn't matter. It's still 0, dude. Wait, is it? 0 multiplied by infinity? It's still 0? I guess it is, right? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. I don't know what happens. It keeps getting multiplied forever and ever and ever and ever, but it's still 0, so I mean... But what, 0 is yeah, but to think about it, chat. 0 is like... I mean, we came from nothing, right? There was nothing, and then there was something, and that's us, right? So, I mean... oh, shit.
But they're also kind of empty. Back on the ground, finding an apartment for us non-billionaires is, well, take it from a New Yorker.
New York City housing is a scam. It is a scam. Woo!
3 years ago
live there,
this
then?
very week, we released a video called The Rise and Rise of New York's Billionaires Row. But now we want to look at its legacy. How did it
Did I
come
hear
about?
come?
Why are
Okay,
so
we
many
come.
of those apartments still sitting empty? And what does all that mean for the world of wealth and construction and the city itself?
Midtown Manhattan. It is here that one of the first
Shouldn't you only live somewhere where you have a job?
New York is about building the tallest building and then coming back and building a taller building.
There is only one Billionaires Row in the world.
Hell yeah.
And it's in New York City. And it's on 57th Street. And it's all for profit.
Beverly Hills has its mega mansions, but when it comes to sheer stratospheric cost, New York City really may have them beat.
Oversupply in the sky. You actually look down on the Empire State Building.
Yo. They should just make a big, like, hydro slide from one to the other. So you can, like, hydro slide between the different buildings, dude. And then you land in the pool, the rooftop pool of the other tower, dude. Holy shit.
It is a safety deposit in the sky for some of the richest people in the world.
Some of the buildings on Billionaires Row are quite beautiful and amazing constructs, but we're at a moment in society where there's a widespread great reckoning with the abuses of power and the concentrations of wealth.
Okay. All right. Okay. I believe that's a distribution that's well documented. And it also appears in nature. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyone
Just south of Central Park sit some of the most exclusive homes anywhere in the world. There are no official gates to Billionaires Row, but the name refers to a handful of buildings on and around West 57th Street. Nestled alongside iconic New York landmarks like Carnegie Hall, the Russian Tea Room and the Plaza Hotel, you'll also find 432 Park Avenue, 53W53, 111W57, 157 and Central Park Tower.
Are you on 55th Street, Holmes? You're not. Do you count? You don't fucking count. Get out of here, 53W53. Think you're fucking... Park Avenue 432. Fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
A little further out, you have 220 Central Park South, 520 Park Avenue, and 252 East 57th Street.
Now, it wouldn't be a B1M video if we didn't look at the engineering of these incredible, mind-bendingly slender towers. Skyscrapers have been getting progressively taller and thinner for years, but Billionaires Row has given rise to a whole new breed of skyscraper entirely. The super slender residential tower.
In Manhattan, space comes at a premium, which means if you want to build big, you've got to build up. To develop the small sites they'd secured with buildings tall enough to offer Central Park views.
But wait, if you can go like up infinity, okay, then surely you get fucking hella value from going wide. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I guess you need light. You need light. And if you're like in the center, if say you had built like some Giga Chad ultra big dick Giga Chad fucking building, right? Then light wouldn't get there and it'd be kind of cringe. Yeah.
Developers on Billionaires Row spent years acquiring the air rights for the properties around their lots. That meant they could combine those new air rights to build their property taller and ensure those nearby buildings couldn't block their newly built views of Central Park.
What the fuck is that?
It's kind of like piecing together a very expensive puzzle.
So
building code.
That's so crazy that someone can sell the rights to the air. That's so crazy to me. That's insane. Like, do you know what? Land ownership is weird in general.
Considers a building slender if it
like
has a width-to-height ratio of 1 to 7. But
like, I own this piece of land, dude. Like, what is it, dude? I own this air here. This is mine. It's fucking weird, bro. The fact that people think they own anything is fucking insane.
The towers over on Billionaires Row go far beyond that. 157 was the first of the bunch to complete in 2014 with a ratio of 1 to 8. Then came 432 Park Avenue with a ratio of 1 to 15.
And someone can just come and take your shit whenever the fuck they want, right? Like, someone can just come and take your shit. And it's like, you know, it's like, it's so good when everyone believes in this mass delusion. Like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you own the air there, bro. You own this fucking, like, this invisible line here. You own all this stuff. The second, like, people, like, stop giving a fuck about it, it just doesn't work anymore. Right? Like,
from there, 53 West 53rd, 111 West 57th Street, and Central Park Tower all joined the ranks.
Who designed the Central Park Tower? What is that deformed fucking tower? What the hell is that?
Of super slender skyscrapers on Manhattan's skyline. Today, the thinnest of the bunch is 111 West 57th Street. The 85-story building is officially the world's...
We bought you a double lot you're building on. Don't be confused, be thankful.
I'm just tricking, dude.
Ukraine.
I don't see myself as owning it. I see myself as like borrowing it, and I see at any point in time it could get taken away. Like I don't. It's like the like when it comes to ownership, it's like I don't know. I don't perceive myself to be owning it. It's literally like it's at any point there could be any event that could happen that could just make all these rules and all these make-believe things just disintegrate. You know, ultimately, it's just you know, all that I have is myself, you know, and then my family. But then I don't even have my family. They're autonomous, right? They can do whatever the hell they want, you know.
Thinnest skyscraper. It's just 18 meters wide, but rises to 435 meters in height. That's a width-to-height ratio of 1 to 24. Shit. Put it next to the Empire State Building or...
So trying to be deep? I'm not trying to be deep. This is just how I literally see it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know how, like when people say they own land and when they say they own this thing, like it's weird. It weirds me out. Like I get like, yeah, you own it, or you own it. Like it's weird to me. Okay, don't care. Stop fucking pausing. Let me alt-tab ban this clown 1 sec. Fuck off, bitch. All right, cool. I actually need to pause donations though because people are spam donating. Okay, ban this little bitch as well. Alright, good shit. Alright, anyone else want to get banned? Anyone else want to get banned? Okay, good shit.
One World Trade Center, and you start to get an idea of just how astoundingly
It's crazy
thin
you guys
these
can't
new
comprehend what I'm
super slender
saying.
buildings really are.
Wait, does anyone understand what I'm saying? Does any of this even make any sense? It's just the way I see it in my head. It's the way I see it in my head. I don't understand how you not understand what I'm saying. Do people understand what I'm saying? I get it. Like the fact that people think it's just all make-believe. Nobody actually owns anything. Like if someone gets a billionaire, strips his identity and all his shit and puts him on a boat, he's just a guy. Right? And then we're all just, and that's everyone. Like that's just everyone. We just it's just all make-believe. And like to say that you own the air is just fucking weird to me, dude. Like I own the rights, like on some paper somewhere. You own the fucking air, dude. Like what the fuck is this? Some 14-year-old stoner talking? It's not though, dude.
But building so slender comes with its own unique structural challenges. Stiffening the structure is the key to maintaining stability. The materials have to be strong enough to keep the building steady, and concrete is often used to construct the core of the building. And of course, when you're 400 meters in the air, you have to think about the wind. To keep the building from swaying too much, 111 West 57th Street has an 800-ton tuned mass damper or giant swinging weight at the top.
Like chat, you think you own some shit, like until someone steals it, because they just take it. Right? They just take it. Like you think you own a car, someone just takes it. You don't own it. It's just a thing that exists that you technically have some make-believe rights to. But someone can just take it at any point. Someone can just literally just take it. You don't own that thing. It's not some like intrinsically owed thing by the universe. The universe does not give you this thing. It's like, oh, now it knows this is my object. I'm not trying to be deep. Why are you guys saying? I'm trying to just deconstruct. Like it seems like a lot of people just completely they're just like delusional and they're just not seeing like these obvious truths. It's all made up, dude. Which is like why when I go for a walk at night, I take a knife with me, right? Because ultimately I know like it doesn't matter how much I think the law, like, oh, it's illegal for someone to fucking stab me or shoot me, right? It's illegal for someone to, but dude, someone can just fucking kill you, dude, and then you can't do anything to stop it. Like, someone can just be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna fucking stab you now, or I'm gonna fucking shoot you now, right? And it's like you think you have like this, like you're protected, right? You think you've got you're not, dude. The fucking, you know, in the moment, at the time, if someone wants to come up and fucking rape you, murder you, fucking, you know, assault you, do whatever, they can just do it. And there's not some magic thing protecting you. Right? And then you just apply this logic to everything, right? And then you realize, like, holy shit, I actually don't know anything. And I am just some fucking naked monkey walking around that I have some temporary objects that I'm borrowing. And, like, I technically have some right to some land, but you don't think you own it. Like, the 10-acre place where we're going to set up, like, to make a cuckshed studio thing. It's like,
guys,
I don't think to actually think in your own head that this is my land and I own this land. It's like, no, dude. It's just fucking planet Earth, dude, and we're just some fucking monkeys making up a bunch of bullshit. Just writing on pieces of paper saying that different people own different areas. Like, it's complete fucking bullshit, dude. Okay? Alright, anyway, and that's why I carry a knife when I walk around. And then I was thinking about, well, I'm actually like a male that's not like, I'm not like disabled or anything, and I'm like, and technically speaking, of anything, I'm the threat at that point. But ultimately, what are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do when someone tries to assault you? And you literally like, oh, but the law, that's illegal. That's illegal. It's not, nothing's going to happen, bro. You're just going to get fucking assaulted.
Works almost like a shock absorber in a car. Skyscrapers are always going to move a bit in the wind, but the goal is to reduce the sway enough so residents don't notice. Central Park Tower and 53W53 both have setbacks that help to break up strong air currents and reduce the overall wind load acting on the building. And over at 432 Park Avenue, engineers left out the glass on the mechanical floors to let the wind flow through the structure.
What? You have mechanical floors? Oh my god, that's a thing? Wait, so that's just like entire parts of it, which is just like a giant cylinder or some shit.
Of course, we do have to acknowledge some of the issues that have cropped up now that construction's finished. Residents of 432 Park Avenue sued the developers for a series of construction issues, including flooding, power outages, faulty elevators, and a noise caused by the building swaying in the wind.
Wait, what?
We reached out to CIM Group for comment on this lawsuit, but no one's come back to us.
What the fuck?
Now, there's a logic to the super slender tower. The taller you build, the more value you can squeeze out of that small plot of land that you were able to find on Manhattan Island. But these towers have even fewer units than similar buildings. Just take 111 West 57th Street. It has 60 units across 85 stories. Now, compare that to the Trump World Tower, built 20 years earlier, and you'll see that has 376 units over 90 stories.
Hell yeah, brother.
To make the construction of a super slender tower worth it, you have to make those units really, really, really expensive.
Kind of makes sense.
And that's where realtors like Ryan Serhant come in. I caught up with Ryan at the offices of Serhant, his luxury real estate firm based here in Manhattan.
Take me into the world of Billionaires Row. What's it like, and how is it different to other luxury real estate elsewhere in Manhattan?
57th Street, Billionaires Row, is a pretty global demographic. So there's a lot of pied-à-terre, so part-time owners. There's a lot of investor owners. You know, we're selling the penthouse right now, 432 Park, for $169 million US.
It's not worth it. It's not what. How is that worth like? I guess it's worth what people are willing to pay, but like,
you know, we're selling the penthouse right now, 432 Park, for 160.
So the penthouse, like, how much did it cost to construct this, and then how much did it cost to, like, how much did it cost to construct it, and how much did the land cost, and how much did the air rights cost? How much are they marking up? How much are they fucking marking up? 169. Surely that you would think that's how much it costs to build the entire skyscraper. Then again, once you start getting to these crazy amounts of materials and these like insane amounts of steel beams and all this shit, you know, I mean, maybe it does cost like that. How much does it cost? How much does it cost? The materials is less. Well, how much in terms of pure materials? How much does it cost to build a skyscraper like that? That'd be my question. Like, how the fuck is it 169 million? Now, what happens when they invent a new technology where they can just build shit like way higher and way bigger, and then you, like, what happens when they have fucking some cunt figures out a way to like hack gravity or like make drones that like fucking automatically construct buildings, or like they can 3D print some shit with like some, you know, then what happens to your $169 million fucking flat? 15 to 20 million per floor. Really? 15 to 20 million per floor. So wait, what? 20 mil times like, what is it? Times 80? Okay, that's a lot of millions. Okay, that's a lot of millions. That's a lot of millions. But wait, Chili, that's no way. Bro, there's no way. How does the bottom floor cost as much as the top floor, bro? Not so bad. I mean, 1.6. Obviously, it's 1.6 billion. But like, I mean, I feel like that guy just made that shit up. I don't know. How much does it cost to build a skyscraper? Let's have a look here. How much? Because, like, how the fuck does a building, like a newspaper building, for New York, on average, it costs about 50 million per floor. In other words, it costs about 20 million per floor on average. You can get a 65-story skyscraper in New York. Shanghai, that's a 120 stories. Chicago, you can get a 100-story structure. Is this just like some fake news getting spread, or is this like actually real? China's late. Yeah, China. Shit. Wait, what the fuck? Dude. What the fuck? Cost per floor. So it's way cheaper. Oh my god, bro. Wait, what the fuck? Build a 35-story building in Shanghai and it's like free, bro. It's like free, bro. It's like fucking 3 mil per floor. It's like 3 mil per floor. Dude, fuck off, bro. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is... Wait. Is this the construction cost? Or are they just averaging the amount it costs to buy a floor? I swear to God, that's what's happening. Because the construction costs shouldn't wildly fluctuate like that. Like, I mean, like, like, why is it like fucking 120 times more expensive in America than it is in, well, no, obviously I'm exaggerating, but you understand.
$9 million US. The owner's never been there. And it's an investment, you know, it's an asset.
You can't have slave workers working in Chicago. Why is it so much cheaper to build it in Chicago than it is in New York, dude? Okay, explain.
It's like owning, you know, a Picasso. New York City had status symbol projects prior to Billionaires Row, but never like it does now. Before, you'd say, hey, where do you live? 41 East 66th Street. You'd say,
land price.
Cool. Where's that? Now you can say, where do you live? 432. Ah, it's a brand, right? It's like a Birkin bag.
Oh,
where do you live? 157. Where
I
do you
would
live?
understand both of those. You would understand both of those, dude. To be fair, when you say 432, I'd be like, what do you mean? Like 432 what fucking street, bro?
11. Where do you live? 220. You don't even have to say where it is. You just say the number.
Okay, dude. You fucking Judge Dredd Andy, dude. I live in this building complex. I live in this one. I live in this tower of people shitting on each other and fucking living in some place where there's no nature and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you even on about?
Just behind me over there are the massive cast iron testicles of the Wall Street Bull. Now, they represent money, and of course none of this would be possible without money. Loads and loads and loads of money. So much money, in fact, that it's actually helping transform housing from its most basic function of providing shelter into a lucrative investment strategy.
Now, to be clear, home ownership's always been one of the best ways to build wealth, and that opportunity hasn't been made equal to everyone. But Billionaires Row takes things to a whole new level and has essentially created an entirely new asset class of luxury real estate. That's partly because there's simply a lot more money to go around. The amount of money being invested around the world has grown massively, creating what some researchers call a giant pool of cash. But alongside this explosion of global wealth inequality has grown too. A smaller slice of people now control a bigger share of the world's money, and that means the people at the top have bigger and bigger bank accounts. One place to put some of that money? Well, luxury real estate, like the units on Billionaires Row.
Is it actually getting
worse?
worse?
Is historically unprecedented. The amount of very wealthy people with that money coming into the built environment, it mutates the built environment. It mutates architecture.
Matthew Soules has thought a lot about this. In fact, he wrote a whole book on how wealth is reshaping our buildings.
Wait, what do they call the what is that fucking distribute? What is the what do they call that fucking ratio? They have some like, it's like a, and it tells you how like fucked it is. No, it's about the Pareto distribution. No. There's a no. Gini coefficient. Yeah, there's Gini coefficients around the world. Isn't it like the best place like the Netherlands or some shit? You got Gini coefficient. Worldwide. So somewhere between 0.61 and 0.68, joining by country. So basically, you can see what place is the most fucked, what place is the least fucked. Wait, Ukraine's actually lit, bro. What the fuck? Ukraine's actually lit, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? I've clicked off. Not anymore. I mean, yeah, bro. Like that's places. So basically, chat. The way this works is, you wanna have the lower the coefficient, the more evenly spread wealth is, and the higher it is, the more like disparity there is between like a fucking rich. Wait, South Africa, Namibia, Zambia. Is this like, is there like 10 warlords or some shit like owning like everything? If everyone's poor, spread out well. This thing is, ultimately doesn't even matter how relevant is the Gini coefficient. If everyone's pie is getting bigger, and yeah, other people are growing way harder, right? They're popping off way harder. But if everyone overall gets more shelter, more food, and has a better the quality of life goes up. Doesn't matter Like, how relevant is the Gini coefficient? Like, how good is Slovenia? Slovenia Poggies? What is Slovenia? Does anyone even know what Slovenia is? Has anyone ever heard of this place before? Slovenia. It's a place with 2 million people. Apparently, it's the best, the most evenly distributed place ever. Slovenia is a country in Central Europe known for its mountains and ski resorts and lakes. See how lit this place is, eh? Yo, it looks pretty lit, dude. What the fuck? Slovenia looks tight. What the fuck? Look at this. It's like a fucking computer game island. It's like a little island you stop off in Lost Ark. Just gonna fucking hop and do your daily quests there real quick. You know, little maybe there'll be like a giant turtle on there with a hat that you can do quests for. Do they have a panda island? Is there a chicken island? Wait, why is everyone? Is this the only building in the fucking entire country? Like, I don't understand. Dude, this place looks like fucking. They got some Dark Souls Gothic shit going on, like a castle on the edge of a mountain. Shoot, maybe Gini coefficient is correct. Maybe it's actually lit, dude. These guys seem to be having a good time. Slovenia. Okay, anyway, yeah. Let's read it. Yeah, okay. They're copying Dark Souls, which is kind of cringe. Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right.
Architecture is under a tremendous amount of pressure to satisfy the investment kind of absorption role. And that's where something like Billionaires Row comes into being.
To really understand why our buildings are changing shape, it's helpful to get to grips with a financial concept called liquidity. Stick with us, and Billionaires...
What the fuck? I didn't realize how fucking stupid that clown was. Oh, yeah, it's a brand, bro. Like, you can just say a number and they'll know exactly how to get there, bro. 432. What's better? Like, 27, fucking Calandra Street? Or just saying 232. Dude, when you hear 232, what are you're gonna arrive there and then you're like, wait, what fucking floor are you on, cunt? Where are you? Like, what's happening? Like, whereas the other guy, you would turn up at his house and it would just be a fucking house, bro. You know, you'd just be at the house. Like, you don't live in New York more. Dude, what the fuck are you talking? Fuck, New York could eat a dick. Wait, what is this giant ass lake thing? Do they have like fishing there? Can you go fishing there? Wait, there's no way you can go fishing because if everyone went fishing, then they would all die.
Row will start to make a lot more sense.
So all assets have varying degrees of liquidity. You can think of everything that is an asset as existing somewhere on a liquidity spectrum. And at one end of the spectrum is the most liquid asset of all. That is cash. $1 US bill is exactly the same as every other $1 US bill. You can hand it off super easily. At the very other end of the liquidity spectrum is real estate, a piece of architecture, often represented as a single-family home with a pitched roof.
Along that spectrum, you have things like artwork and stocks in companies like Tesla or Google.
So my argument is that the logics and practices of finance capitalism is to transform buildings in such a way that they move down the liquidity spectrum to become more like a stock, more like cash.
Yeah, they already have that, right? That where you buy like very small percentages of real estate and stocks and shares, and like you technically, it's like basically a stock and share, but you actually technically own a very small percentage of a fucking. And they do this, and they're doing the same thing with art as well. You can own like 0.27% of some extremely expensive piece of art, and as it goes up and down, it goes up and down in value. Like this is already a thing.
Enter Billionaires Row.
Oh, shit.
111 West 57th is an incredibly tall building, but it has a very small number of units in it. All the units are either one entire floor or a unit that spans 2 floors. Gone is the hallway. You know, you're not going to smell the neighbors cooking. Maybe it's a pleasant smell, maybe it's not, but that's what social life in the city is all about. Gone are all the possibilities for that.
Is that good?
Now, not being able to smell your neighbor's dinner sounds kind of nice, but
aren't we like designed? Didn't we evolve on the plains of Africa? Like fucking, it's like very small tribes. Like what's like really like what's the optimal human experience? You're like living in like a 30-person tribe or something. Like how many people? 50 people. Like and that's it. And then anyone else, like, fuck those cunts. We don't trust those cunts. I'm gonna fucking kill you if you come into my fucking tribe. I'm gonna fucking stab you, cunt. Just making up numbers now, chat.
But Matthew says it goes back to this concept of housing sliding close.
I was thinking about that. Like, Kim.com posted a video of his like mansion in like this place, and he was like in the middle of nowhere, and there was like no one else around. I was thinking like, what are you gonna do out there if it's just your family? Like in this, and you're just in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? And you're like in the middle of nowhere, and like you don't have neighbors or anything. You don't have neighbors or anything. You're just out there and just go online. It's just, I guess, you helicopter to someone's house or something. So you hang with neighbors. I interact with my neighbors on a regular basis. Almost every day I see my neighbors and say hello and fucking whatever. Be like, what up? Like, have a small chat. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of it, but whatever, dude. It's a thing. I know almost every single person on my street, chat. Okay, we've had multiple parties, barbecues, and shit. All right, so shut the hell up. Okay, bitch.
Closer and closer to something like cash on that liquidity scale.
What does this all mean? This means that you could own a unit in a building like 432 Park and almost never visit it, or maybe never go there, and you can be reasonably assured that it's going to be secure and not problematized by some unpredictable public usage.
With fewer units in the building, you can start to control more of those variables that typically make a house
Isn't that the same as land banking?
Assets. There's no hallway because the elevator opens directly to the apartment. There's no backyard you've got to maintain, no street level windows to protect from vandals on the ground, no leaky roof that you've got to fix.
And you can see this across building types, not only the towers in Billionaires Row, but condominium units in Miami, in Vancouver, in Melbourne. But it's pronounced in something like the Billionaire Row ultra-thin towers.
So it's land banking, except your skyscraper banking.
Even with the money and the engineering to make buildings like this possible, you can't just put a super slender skyscraper up wherever you like. Developers need permission to get their projects off the ground, and there are restrictions on how tall they're allowed to build. But here in New York, there are a lot of different loopholes they can use to go beyond the limits.
To try and get my head around all this, I went to go and see Sam Stein.
Wait, would you guys live in one of these apartments if you had it? Or would you just bank it and just fucking be like, whatever, bro? Would you live there, bro? Yeah, no. I don't know. What are you doing there all day? It's like you can't go outside. I guess you just play computer games all day. You just play old computer games.
A senior policy analyst at the Community Service Society of New York.
You want to smoke weed in there and masturbate?
What
Why are you
about
going to do that?
incentive zoning? For anyone who hasn't heard of that, what is it? How would you describe it to somebody on the street?
First of all, zoning is the rules about what can be built where, at what height, and what width, and with how much space in between, etc. Incentive zoning says the developer can violate those rules to a certain degree if they do something else that is to the public's benefit.
Oh shit, violate it, bro.
Just
violate
to the west of Billionaires Row, New York City used zoning incentives with the Hudson Yards development to upgrade the subway, create new public parks, and expand the nearby Javits Center. On Billionaires Row, 157 got a tax break from building some affordable housing in the Bronx, but we'll get more into that later.
Wait, what?
Remember how developers...
Wait, what? Isn't it just a trade? If you get more than what you put in, then it's worth doing, so then you just do it? I guess it's worth it if the public benefits. Wait, what does that mean, though? What the fuck?
Developers bought up a bunch of air rights to be able to build even taller.
I mean, it's a business transaction,
the way those
right?
rights are obtained typically means the developments are able to move forward without going through the usual public or environmental review process. The Municipal Art Society of New York put together a report called The Accidental Skyline, which looks at how the current New York City zoning regulations have enabled the rise of super tall skyscrapers across the city. This graphic shows the hotspots of unused development rights in 2014 and where new developments popped up a few years later. Billionaires Row sits right in the middle of one of these hotspots, here in Midtown Manhattan.
It's so weird. It's like everything you can see is covered in concrete and buildings. It's like the entire land is covered in concrete and buildings. It's so weird. Like, is there like enough oxygen there, or like what the fuck's? What's the air quality like? Like, what is that like? What's that like?
432 Park Avenue was able to rise so high in part because of another loophole in the city's zoning laws. Any floors used from
I'm from New Zealand. I've been out of New Zealand like for a total of like not very long, and the longest place I was out of New Zealand was in Australia, and then it was very similar to New Zealand. It was like covered in rainforests. So like it's weird seeing this environment.
Mechanical or structural equipment don't count towards the total height of the building. And at 432 Park, roughly a quarter of its floors are reserved for equipment, not apartments. Now, there are legitimate reasons to have so much space reserved for mechanics. For one, the open-air mechanical floors allow wind to flow through the building in order to reduce any sway. And of course, you need space to store the heating, air conditioning, and elevator motors. But there's an ongoing debate about whether developers are exploiting the rule in order to build further into the sky. Is this great architecture or capitalist ambition? Can those be the same thing? Is that the very essence of New York?
It's a dick measuring contest. If there's a rule you can exploit to make it bigger and you get to violate the rules for free, of course you're going to be like, oh yeah, I need like 20 floors for like elevator equipment, dude. Like, yeah. So now we get to go an extra 20 floors, okay?
For all the effort, money and planning that's gone into these buildings, it struck me just how many of the units seem empty. But once I started to look into it, it actually made a lot more sense. And it turns out there's a couple of different reasons for it. They're either unsold or simply unoccupied.
In fact, there are quite a few Billionaires Row properties still on the market. An analysis by Sirhan found that nearly half the units in 7 of the buildings were unsold in August. That's $6.7 billion worth of condos still on the market.
No one wants to live there, bro. If you're a billionaire and you got $169 million to spend on a house, what would you rather buy? Like some fucking huge ass fucking... You could buy like a fucking private island with like your own fucking set of slaves and like a bunch of shit. Or like a fucking giant giga farm that's fully functional where everything on there is organic and like you have people who live there for free and they fucking do all the shit. They're like, I mean, dude, you could have so many... What would you do? Then just start a cult or something, you know? What are you gonna fucking chat? People who work for stuff are slaves, okay? Everyone's a slave. If you do something that you don't want to do for money, you're a slave, dude.
That might be because what was initially unique about 157, the Central Park views, floor-to-ceiling windows...
It's like there's like the new modern version of slavery, okay? It's like, you've never heard of the term the wage slave? You know, okay? If you're sitting there like it's crazy. There's like actual, pretty much like legal slaves now, where there's cunts in like Dubai and shit, where they like import over, then they put them in a loop where they can never afford to get out, but just enough to survive and to work, but then they fucking take their passports and shit off them, and they do it in such a way where like they're actually slaves, like they're just like stuck in an indefinite loop of just surviving and just doing work all day. And it's shit like this exists all over the world, right?
And units sprawling an entire floor was quickly replicated by the other super tools that popped up. Now, if you're in the market for an ultra-luxury apartment in Manhattan, you have a lot more options.
Well, there's a lot being built. Gloss of 157 it depreciates every year that new projects come through and there's another, it building to live in.
For years, the luxury real estate market in New York City had more supply than demand. But that's starting to change. By September 2021, Manhattan hit record high sales of luxury properties.
But what kind of intrigues me more is the empty units. They've been built, they've been sold, but nobody lives there, at least not all the time. They're second, third, fourth homes, or simply just a place to store wealth.
Now, the idea of a secondary residence isn't new. The French term pied-à-terre, meaning foot to ground, was coined...
Is it worth anything, dude? Like, is it actually worth anything, though, dude? Ultimately, like, how much is it producing? Like, what is its function? Like, how useful is it? Like, is it even worth anything?
In the 19th century, to describe a temporary secondary residence. Today, that's come to represent second homes, usually apartments, in cities away from the owner's primary residence. Every few years, the City of New York does this big housing and vacancy survey. In 2017, they found there were 75,000 pied-à-terre properties across the city. That's up from 55,000 in 2014. In the 2 zip codes where most Billionaires Row properties are located, roughly half of the single-family homes and condos aren't occupied by their owners. In the rest of the city, the owner occupancy rate is closer to 75%. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that all these...
Really? Wait, how come you guys are living in, like, fucking broom closets and shit then? If you've got 30% buildings free, dude. The fuck?
Units are sitting empty. They could be
bigger
rented out
houses,
by their owners
pussies.
who live elsewhere. But none of the Billionaires Row developers would share their occupancy rates with us, and this data...
Break down 30% of the walls, bro. To be fair, you probably want, like, a pool of, like, 10% or something, right? You probably want, like, a 10% of, like, unoccupied things that way people can move between them and shit, right?
It gives us a glimpse into how the area around Billionaires Row compares with the rest
That
of the
sounds like an
city.
inefficiency, though.
Of course, there's more to owning a property here on Billionaires Row than simply having a place to stay on your trips to New York. You can also score a pretty hefty tax break. That's partly because of the way condominiums are valued here in New York. You'd think the value of a property on Billionaires Row is the price you can sell it for, right? Well, no. This is New York City, and there's a tangled mess of laws to make things complicated.
Here, condos are taxed as if they're a rental apartment building. But the problem is, no one's really renting a $100 million apartment, so there's no benchmark for what the rental value would even be. $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, there's no precedent for something like that.
Fuck that.
So what ends up happening is the Billionaires Row condo is taxed the same as a unit that's worth a fraction of the cost.
What the fuck?
But that's not all. Ultra luxury can also add on another...
Yo, the rich get richer, boys. The rich get richer. Like, that's so dog shit. That's fucked how, like, the more money some cunt makes, the more they can avoid tax and the more they can fucking avoid all this bullshit. It's so cringe.
Massive tax break through something called the 421A exemption. Now, we know that talking about the US tax code is not why you clicked on this video, but as boring as it sounds, it's actually a really big part of the appeal of Billionaires Row.
The 421A tax break was originally introduced in New York in the
that
1970s as a way to encourage developers to build residential housing. That's because the city was concerned about people living for the suburbs. Now, the rules have changed a lot over the years. Today, it's been rebranded as the Affordable Housing New York program. Essentially, developers can get up to 100% of their property taxes erased for a set number of years if a fifth of their development is classified as affordable housing. But despite none of the units in 157 being anywhere near affordable to a non-billionaire, it still benefits from this tax break.
That's
So
an
if you can
exploit, bro.
defer most, if not all, of the monthly real estate taxes to the developer, and then also pass that on to the owners, then the buyers would just jump on these options left and right.
The New York City Independent Budget Office actually did a deep dive into 157's use of the 421A exemption. In order to qualify for it, the developers built 66 units of affordable housing in the Bronx, miles away from Billionaires Row. The IBO estimated that exemption will cost the city $65.6 million in property tax revenue over 10 years.
How much of the trade?
Still, it found...
Is it just like instead of paying tax, you're spending the money on building houses? Like, I don't understand. Are they getting more value out of the billionaires? Or are they getting less value? Like, who's winning here? Surely they would just pay the tax if it was better to just pay the tax. It's probably close, right? Like,
on the way the state of New York values its condos provided...
Like, instead of getting tax money, they're, like, getting houses built in their city, which is, like, what would you do if you had tax money? You would do, you know, whatever, spend it on schools and housing and all this other bullshit, right? So it's like, who's winning here?
An even greater tax break to 157's owners than the affordable housing exemption. Extel, the developer behind 157, didn't respond to our requests for comment about the IBO report.
Shit.
These tax discrepancies don't just happen on Billionaires Row. Bloomberg found that one $2.1 million condo in Brooklyn came with a tax bill of just $157. Meanwhile, a condo in the Bronx, worth roughly a tenth of that, paid nearly $4,000.
The 421A
Yo,
tax
what
abatement
the
cost the city
fuck?
$1.7 billion in the last fiscal year. That's $1.7 billion we could be putting into the development of new, genuinely affordable housing. But instead, it subsidizes mostly luxury housing. So everybody else picks up the slack in terms of the increased tax burden.
Listen, you can argue about capitalism all you want. It's the way of the earth, right? Smart people end up being incentivized to make money, and their lifestyle increases, and they spend tons of money. And that money being spent is then taxed in a lot of different ways. You're not just paying real estate taxes, you're paying income tax, you're paying dividend tax, you got capital gains tax, you've got sales tax.
Okay, cunt. You need to calm down. No, cunt. No, cunt. No, cunt. You're full of shit. This guy's a fucking rat. Look at this little rat. I've seen what these cunts do. I've seen what the fuck these cunts do to avoid paying tax. They just borrow money from banks against like equity of shit that their assets they already own, and then they don't even have to pay any of the taxes on any of the shit because it's technically just a loan they're using based on like it's so bullshit, bro. It's like the opposite. It's like, no, they just get a fuck ton of money and then they also don't pay tax. Like, because their fucking business is technically based out of some fucking island in the middle of nowhere, bro, which they stay at for a few months a year so they can be a citizen of that place. Which is like, it's complete fucking BS, bro. It's complete fucking BS.
I think I'm taxed if I go outside and take a left, right? I take a lot of rights just so I don't get taxed. There's a lot of taxes here. And so, you know, all of that tax income pays for a lot of the services that we want and have in the city.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Even though a lot of its units are sitting empty, Billionaires Row isn't completely dead. And it
how do you solve tax? How do you make it so like fucking cunts actually pay tax? How do you make it so like really? How do you make it so cunts actually pay tax? Like how do you? I don't even know how you make it so they like. How do you make billionaire? You have to like, yeah, flat percent with no exemptions. Yeah, I don't know. Kill them if they don't. Do China style, bro. Just like the half of them, like the majority of the government. The government just owns everything, dude.
Kind of reminds me of this Taylor Matthews book called Zombie Urbanism.
It's used to describe a place that has a lot of housing units that are sold but aren't lived in. It's not quite dead, but also not fully alive either.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Now, zombie urbanism isn't unique to Midtown Manhattan. In Paris, second homes are on the rise, and in a handful of its districts, a quarter of the homes are sitting empty. Some of the most expensive neighbourhoods over in London are eerily quiet at night, as many of the properties are second residences. In Melbourne, experts warned an entire district in a prime location could become a suburb of ghost towers due to unused property.
We had to stop China buying our shit because China was literally buying everything. We had to stop them because they would literally just China just started buying everything as like investments, like land banking, and we had to like make up literal rules to stop China from buying like the entirety of New Zealand, dude.
And over in Toronto and Vancouver, tens of thousands of apartments sit vacant most of the year.
I would say these buildings radically matter to everybody. So the kind of system that produces those towers in Billionaires Row is the very same system that produces slums, homelessness, and affordability crises.
Yeah. What happens is the prices of everything go up because everyone's buying shit. So the investors want to buy it more because they want their assets to appreciate. So then they're like, well, I need to buy, and more people buy, and then it goes up more, and then more people buy, and it goes up more. And then what happens is all these fucking rich cunts investing to get more money out of their investment, right? Like this. And meanwhile, all the working class cunts can't even afford to like put a deposit down on a house.
So, where does New York go from here? The city's in an affordable housing crisis.
And then, which is why they're legislating all this shit to try and make house prices stop going up in New Zealand, because that's what's happening.
And it's not like these luxury empty apartments are going to be used to house people who really need a place to live.
I think you'll see more people buying apartments for $50, $60, $70, $80, $100 million in 10 years than you'll ever see before, which obviously means that there's going to be a very, very, very noticeable wealth gap in the world as the wealthier get wealthy and the poorer get poor. And so who always gets screwed in all of these kind of global financial shifts are the middle class, and that's the people who really do the work. They get taxed the most because they pay strictly off of income. And where do you go, right? Where do you go?
He's trying to make this guy's hiding like a smile. He's trying not to smile. He's like, this guy's actually a fucking demon, dude.
Are susceptible to increases in rent that are practically,
holy
for all
shit,
intents and purposes, an eviction. And I think it's very important that we take a moment to underline that evictions are violence.
The people here are protesting the 421A abatement, and they're angry.
Across New York, there have been calls to rethink the city's zoning policies and how condos are taxed. Paris, Vancouver and Singapore, and soon to be Toronto, all have some form of tax on vacant apartments.
Demonstrators here in Berlin have had enough.
Shouldn't tax breaks and all this shit be incentivizing like stuff that's good for society as a whole, and like disincentivizing things that like just benefit like this, like the 1%? Shouldn't it be like the opposite? Shouldn't you be getting less tax on all the shit that's like actually useful and like productive and has utility? Like, and then being like all the stuff that's like pointless just for like rich cunts to make more money, be the opposite. They should get taxed more. Like, it seems like it's backwards.
Some of their demands include a nationwide rent freeze and the construction of new social and affordable housing.
In Berlin and Barcelona, the governments threatened to seize empty buildings and turn them into affordable housing. In 2019, New York state lawmakers proposed an annual recurring tax on second homes valued at more than $5 million.
Yeah.
But it was derailed under intense lobbying from real estate groups.
Bro. Like, that should be a thing. You shouldn't be able to own more than like fucking 5 houses or some shit. Just make that like if you like cunts shouldn't be able to own. Just make it so people can't own like fucking, you know, like 2 houses. Okay, I could see 2 houses. Okay, all right. Speaking as a 2-house Andy, you're in a house. You're planning to move to the new house, right? You're planning to move to the new house, so then you've got 2 houses temporarily. Okay, 2, maybe 3. But that's why I said 5. I said 5 is like okay, because after you own 5 houses, you're taking the piss. Okay, bro, you're taking the piss. I want you owning 5 houses, bro. Stop. Then it's like, okay, well then wait, is there a limit? Like, what counts as a house? Like, can you just? I mean, you just build a really, 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 really big house. Like, is there a limit of how big a house can be? Because you're technically not occupying it enough. So then it's a waste. I don't know, dude. It's a slippery slope actually. It's a hard thing to solve, isn't it? Otherwise, it would have already been solved.
Instead, lawmakers embraced a one-time fee on the sale of multi-million-dollar homes. None of the developers on Billionaires Row would respond to our repeated requests for comments on the issues raised in this video.
I hope that in 10 years' time, we look back at Billionaires Row as a phenomenal mistake and a dozen missed opportunities. And the most important thing that I hope comes out of Billionaires Row is that the city changes the way that it taxes property, changes the way that it does incentive zoning to actually get the most and a fair distribution of payments.
True.
Billionaires Row shows us once again.
A cap on income, dude, that doesn't do shit. Cap on income doesn't do shit. All these fucking people who are like billionaires don't have income. They just have equity in a company that becomes worth more money, right? Like they don't actually like your boy Elon's earning nothing, and he's like the richest cunt alive right now. He just owns a bunch of stocks. Right, that's literally it. And then his incentives to get more stocks based on the performance of the company. So then he's incentivized to make the company perform well, because that means he gets more stocks.
And what the architecture and construction sectors are capable of. It reminds us of their ability to continually evolve and respond to the shifting demands of our economies and societies. Today, these towers stand alongside icons of the skyline and present a kind of history of engineering progress. The rise of 157 set off a super tall boom across New York City that's still not over.
The towers, the skinny pencil towers on Billionaires Row, are the most dramatic manifestation of this new world we live in. They are architecture as spatio-financial form, not as shelter or cultural manifestation.
It seems pointless. Yeah, they do seem pointless because it's like.
So I don't have a problem.
Even convert, it just seems like an inefficient way of living, and like it's like it doesn't even seem good. Like even if you were to have them occupied, it's like what the fuck? I even split. They need to split up the apartments because they're too big.
With tall buildings, I love tall buildings. I don't have a problem with new construction. We need more new construction of very.
The way you would use them is not housing. You'd use them as like offices and stuff, right? To like, yeah, that'd be a good place to collaborate. Yeah, that'd make good offices, right?
Various kinds.
Probably.
But for that
like,
to be the future of our city suggests to me that we've given up on the ideals of the city in the first place.
Everyone, if you have a large company, you need a bunch of people in the same location.
What you have and how much you have.
Short distance from each other, have meetings and stuff. Think about it.
Civilizations rise, and it's what causes them to fall.
That's the way they can repurpose them.
We shape.
Government just needs to take these cunts, just be like, yo, we're taking your tower, bitch. Fuck you. Okay, and then actually, you know what? We're gonna let like non-profit organizations use these as buildings. Yep, just take it off them.
Our buildings, and then afterwards, those buildings, they shape us. And for me, that's incredibly true of New York City. The city is synonymous with the skyscraper. It's been shaped by those buildings. They each rose as a product of the events in the city at that time, and now they shape the city's future. We had it with the Empire State and the Chrysler Building rising at the very end of the boom years. We had it again with the original World Trade Center rising in the 1970s and standing through the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. We had it with the rebuilding of the World Trade Center in the wake of 9/11 as the city tried to work out what it wanted to replace those iconic buildings with. And now we've got it with Billionaires Row. Those super cylinder skyscrapers have risen as a product of demand, loopholes, the desire for billionaires to get a view of Central Park, and the city's zoning and planning regulations. Whether you like it or not, whether they're occupied or not, whether they're casting a shadow or not, they are now part of the city's story, they are part of the fabric of New York. Until that next chapter comes along. One thing's for sure, I want to be here to cover it because I've fallen in love with this place. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from
I don't understand how you could, but to be fair, I need to go there before I can criticize. What they should do, bro, change all the rules, all the legislations to incentivize actually like useful utilitarian housing and stuff, and like, you know, fucking, and then buy these fucking towers and then repurpose them for like actual, like, so they're not empty and they're actually getting use. Just buy them, okay? Easy claps, solved.
The definitive video channel for construction, you know what to do.
He's telling me to subscribe, I think, dude. He's telling me to subscribe. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that.